Hi, good morning, everyone. We're here today to debate if chivalry is a question of gentlemen or it's just sexism. So, what do you think, girls? It's chivalry just sexism?
I think that we all have an opinion about it, and as well as I think that it's something gentle and it's something of education. Some other may think, and I think it too, that chauvinism is something that it's affecting all of us, and it's represented in a way that maybe they don't think it like that, but they're representing like, I open the door because you can't. And I think that that's something that depends on whether you see it as something bad or something good. And all of us have our opinion, and I think that's also right. If you want that your boyfriend open the door for you, it's okay, but if you don't, it's also fine.
I think, well, I kind of grow up that thinks that it's good to have a gentleman in sense. I think it all has its extents. Of course, I think it's correct if a man acts like that, but it's not correct if that goes to an extreme, like, oh, you cannot do this, you cannot do certain things, and that's why I'm doing it for you. So I think with moderation and if like I think it's maybe with a good intention. So I think it's probably good.
I'd say it's rather cultural. I remember when I met my boyfriend, I would expect him to do things, well, to act like a gentleman with me. And since he comes from a different culture, he wouldn't do them because he thought, well, you're a woman, you can do it yourself. You can open the door for yourself. And it's something that I was raised with. I always saw my dad open the door for my mom. So I always thought, okay, that's the correct way um, for a relationship to happen. And you realize it's something rather cultural and it's not right or wrong. It's just more about how you were raised.
I completely agree. I think it depends on the person. It depends if you think it's like right or not. But I think they should men shouldn't use that as an excuse to make women feel like vulnerable or like they can do things. If they want them to open the door, they can as a polite thing, but not to make them feel vulnerable and to use that as an excuse to limitate them and tell them that they can't do things because they're women. It depends on what both of them want or what it depends on the person how they see it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the three of you. And I believe what concerns us is not exactly the actions they do, as Lucia is saying. I mean, it's nice to have a gentleman. It's nice to see that sort of, they care about you and they do it in a sense to make you feel like special or worthy. But I think what should concern us is more of what Sophia was saying about the cultural background and sort of the ideology that's behind all of what they're doing. And I do know that most of the guys don't realize that because it's like they make it unconsciously. They're not thinking of like the patriarchy or like all of what's really behind it.
So, okay, we already hear all the opinions of the girls present here. So maybe Chauvinism and chivalry is just a question of culture. It is a patriarchy attitude, like it's our patriarchy thing, but not all people do this with a patriarchy mind. So maybe it's just cultural. It's a hard debate, as we can see, but maybe some things have to change. Maybe just something we have grown up with and we think it's normal, and maybe it's not.
Thank you.